And so, with Kendrick, doing the Super Bowl halftime show and, all that Kendrick and Drake beef stuff, I've made like 7 different videos off of it. All that stuff. Drake still manages to drop an album with Party Next Door. Now, apparently, this has been a long anticipated album that people have been waiting for this to release for a while. And I didn't even know it came out at first until I saw a video about it. And you know what? I was thinking, let's just put Drake back on the chopping block and review the album, because why not? So now, when I say to you that I don't like this album, I really don't like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. To me, it's not that good. It's very long for an album like that I've listened to, and that I haven't listened to a lot, but 21 songs? Really? 21 songs? No! That's a little too much for me, I feel like. But I'm not gonna lie to you. The first 7 to 8 songs were not really the best for me. There were some good verses here and there. There were some for me, I feel like one of the worst introductions for Drake's album is CN Tower. I don't really like CN Tower. It's what's the color of the CN Tower? And then it just keeps on asking that question. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just, I genuinely think this album isn't the best. I've been trying to come at this at not a D1 Kendrick Glazer and stuff. I'm trying to come at it, as a normal person who would listen to music and review it. It's not the worst album I've ever heard. It's also not the best, so it's kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I say that, to me, this album, it's not really a good album to come off of after, Drake got pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded by Kendrick. And I mean that. Everyone kind of knows that at this point. I'm gonna just say it right now, off the top of my head. I don't really remember a lot of the songs, or there's not really a lot of memorable things that stuck out for me. Superman, Spider-Man, I thought that one was alright. I thought that one was kind of good. Now, keep in mind, out of this whole entire album, I think Drake has 4 singles of just him, and then PN Party Next Door has 2 or 3, which those are kind of alright too. It's just, it's not like Drake's other albums where, Drake's other albums, he'd be experimenting with different sounds, he'd have, different styles, different features, which made it a bit unique in my opinion. For All the Dogs did that all right. It was good, I guess. But to me, this album, it just has the same vibe, the same kind of it's not exciting. It's not really experimental and all that stuff. I really think that this is probably one of his worst albums that he's ever released. And I've never really listened to Party Next Door, and I guess the vibe that he wants to get is that he's not tough anymore, because Kendrick said, I like Drake with the melodies, I don't like Drake when he act tough. And he did bring him back with the melodies. Some of the songs do have melodies that I feel would get viral, but then to me it just sounds the same. It's not that good to me. Okay? I think overall this album is a 5 out of 10 mid. With this being Drake's comeback album, I don't see him coming out with anything good in the meanwhile. So, yeah. Like and subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Bye-bye.